retirement plan audits, and annual retirement plan tax reporting. Veterinarians, you can enjoy retirement your way with customizable plans to suit your practice's unique structure. From eligibility to vesting schedules and more, elevate your retirement journey with AVMA's specialized plan. Learn more by sending an email to polaris@polarisadvice.com. Secure your veterinary legacy starting today. Email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Securities offered through LendStreet Financial LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Polaris Wealth Management LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and LendStreet are not affiliated.
Do you have a pain that won't cease? A health issue that's not getting better? It may be time you visited Health on Earth Wellness Centers. With over 20 years experience, 4 Chicagoland locations, and patients that range from 2 months old to 93, Health on Earth Wellness Centers are fully prepared to meet all your chiropractic needs. We have state-of-the-art facilities in Crestwood, Tinley Park, the South Loop, and Naperville. Don't let being healthy be your last resort. Make it your first choice. Make an appointment today at healthonearth.org. That's healthonearth.org.
If I love you, don't mean to bother you. I just wanna get you to pause and slow your walk. So maybe we can talk and I can try to talk. Just trying to find out who you are. I don't mean to come off like a telemarketer. I ain't no hood, no crook, no robber. I just want a part of your heart I can borrow sometimes. Maybe I can call you up sometimes. And maybe I can take you out sometimes. So let's exchange visits and later arrange visits. Either your it's a different type of commitment, yeah. I'm talking about a true friendship, yeah. Someone I can depend on and be down no matter what. Let me know if it's with it, girl.
773-763-9278, 773-763-9278. So this young man, David Hogg. So I just heard him in passing. I've seen him being interviewed a couple of different times, and I heard him at the tail end of an interview with my friend Karen Hunter on Urban View Radio. He's actually going out talking to black people, which is interesting.
Well, you know, there's about 5 of them in that class of that tragedy that are all very politically involved, and they're a nice mixed bag of kids, black, white, Asian, men, women.
Really? So he talked a lot about getting some more young people to run for office. Young is a relative term.
Sure.
Right? The older we get,
everything's young.
Everything's young, yeah. You're still young.
Right.
You do that to people when you actually
passed away at 85. That was young.
Yeah, you're still young.
I was so young.
Yeah. Well, you know good and damn well somebody your age walked into the club. You want to know whose granddaddy that is.
Doesn't mean he can't be there, though.
I'm just, I don't even want to have that conversation. What is old?
Yeah.
Because it tends to be a moving target. That ain't old. Yeah, it is old. But I won't do that to you today.
Thank you.
I don't have a problem with that. I like, when I played basketball in high school and in college, I always liked to play against people who I felt overmatched against. Because it just made me better.
Yep.
And so, when I see resistance from the stalwarts in the DNC, when I see resistance, it looks to me like a person that doesn't want to get better. You just want it to stay the same. Don't upset things so I can keep what I got. I'm not interested in getting better. I don't feel like answering questions.
Yeah. I don't know that I see it that way.
Tell me how you see it.
I see it as, I don't think that we really paid attention to how much we needed to change until these last few years. I think now we don't have a choice as Democrats. We have to do something different. And I think until we were faced with that reality, we were okay to just kind of keep going with the flow. But change is hard. That's not an excuse. Change is hard.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. But.
So the other side of the coin, uses primaries effectively. They have essentially have gotten people to advocate for craziness out of fear of being primaried.
Yes.
And so it seems like if you do it for a good reason, it's proven to be an effective strategy to make you better.
I don't know that what they do is for a good reason.
I didn't say it was. I'm saying that in this case, if you're primarying people to push them
On the Dem side.
towards progressive ideals,
Okay. Because on the other side, they
push them towards Klansmanship.
They intentionally want cray-cray and people who are way out
right?
there.
And part of what they fear is being primary.
Right. And those people are not public servants.
Okay, well, I hear you, but so I'm saying to you that that's effective in pushing people to advocate for your permanent interests. Why can't we use that same tactic to push these people to more vigorously advocate for our permanent interests?
I don't know that the other side, they're bullies and horrible, threatening people.
I know they are. I'm saying
That's
but-
the tactic that
but
they're using.
They've used primarying as a means to push them to become more of a bully and evil people.
I see. I got it.
So we can use primaries to push these people to advocate for progressive interests.
Sure.
You need to do this. That's who this party is supposed to represent. You need to do this or you need to go. Because they get mealy mouthed on it.
Right. But it's a primary is a primary. So it can do one of two things, right? It could make that incumbent lose, but it could also put their feet to the fire. If they have a close race and they eke out a win, it could bring them back to where we, the constituents, need and want them to be. So it could affect change either way, is my point.
Yeah, and it should. Mm-hmm. And I think you should earn your job. I mean, you should earn your job every 2 years. That's why we have elections, for you to earn your job. You shouldn't be rubber stamped.
Right. Well, then that's our fault, right? If we don't get out and vote in mass, then it becomes our problem. We're not doing our part.
So I agree. That's a component to it. Yes. But if you're not tested, then you can afford to run a lazy campaign.
Sure. I mean, we see it all the time here in Illinois.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, this is the home of patronage job. Patronage was outlawed in the federal government in the 1890s or something like that. You can't hand out patronage jobs. You can hand out appointed positions, but not the civil service jobs or civil service jobs. Chicago is famous for patronage jobs.
I never saw anything like it till I moved here. I
Oh, my
thought
God.
that was just so fascinating.
They hide them in the park district and all kinds of places. They get them a job as a park supervisor. They don't even come to work sometimes. It's crazy.
That was my first one. The guy that's in the suburbs, the white guy who his father had the seat for years, and then he wanted to retire.
Rossi or something.
Something. It's a real strange
Italian
name.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first time I noticed it. I recognized it, and then the Cook County.
Yeah, this is a big whose turn
I
whose
just
turn
have
is it?
never seen anything like it.
It's all about whose turn
fascinating.
is it here in Chicago and
And
Cook
that's
County.
not the way politics is supposed to
No,
work.
it's it's distasteful, and and there's underhanded business that takes place where people, more or less impugn people's character outside of a normal campaign.
Yeah,
It's distasteful.
I agree.
People need to be, these candidates, these elected officials need to be challenged regularly. And I like what he's doing. I am pausing for a minute to make sure that I understand his criteria. But the idea of testing candidates every 2 years and making sure that the people who are testing them are properly funded, I'm 100% for that. I'm 100% for that. I don't know that he's raising enough money to do what Mr. Tesla did.
Oh,
But he's raising enough to make sure that people have enough money to campaign,
sure.
which is really the problem.
I hope that he vets the primary challenger as well. You just don't want any primary challenger, right? You want somebody who espouses.
I think that's an unfounded fear. I don't think that that's a widespread concern. It's a concern, but not a widespread concern.
What if you have 5 people in in the race on the same side for the primary.
Then you have to hold your own. It's like fighting. You're the only person fighting for other people. You got to knuckle up. Take out a couple of them if you can. I like that.
You always resort to violence.
I'm just saying. So what is 4 people running against you? So what?
I'm just saying, how does he pick the one of the 4? What is that measuring tool, right?
How does he pick who he supports?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's two tools of measurement,
So
right?
apparently he has a punch list of things that you advocate for or support.
Okay.
If you advocate or support these, and I presume he feels like that you ain't lying.
Well, you can, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, let me tell you what's a dirty damn shame about this orange menace in the White House, and just how the intersection of lazy and stupid and the cancer in this country over identity is so incredibly problematic. So he's chosen a bunch of wild things to do, categorically wild things to do, easily wild things to do. No, I don't think anybody would even argue that it's wild. He could legitimately have a chance, like he did with COVID. He could legitimately have a chance to get that Congress to advocate for a 4th term for him if he were to choose wild things that helped a whole lot of people. Like if he advocated for universal health care and a huge middle-class tax cut and free college education or tuition-free college education for the first 2 years, he could do all that. And he could arguably get a 4th term. Just like he could have pursued the science properly with COVID and probably got reelected. But he's so stupid and lazy, and his identity politics and his people around him are so hell-bent on otherizing people that they can't even see that as an opportunity.
Well, but see, DT does not care about our government. None of those people that are surrounded by him do. So he's not going to seize an opportunity because he thinks it's all stupid, right? He thinks it's all unnecessary. It's a game to all of them. That's why I get so angry, because they just don't understand the significance of our government and why it's important and why it matters. They just don't care.
But he does care about the trappings of the White House.
Yeah.
He loves that.
Yes, now that
Right.
he's tramped it up.
Right. But he could have that for many more years if he advocated for crazy in a good way.
I think that's an oxymoron.
Well, I mean, if you attach it to him, yes, I get that. I'm just saying, take his name out and put anybody in there. Anybody who walks in there and advocates for policies that benefit most of the people in this country, that lifts everybody up.
That's what the job is.
But see, he's not
Traditionally.
doing that. Traditionally, yeah. But
He
Biden didn't do a good job of that. He didn't. I mean, he didn't. We're not going to litigate that today.
Oh.
But you can advocate for. So let me go back to the candidates again. That's the problem with the candidates, is that they run around being afraid to advocate for things for fear of what somebody might say about them. Right? Why wouldn't we have health care for everybody?
Well, you'll have to ask the Congress that. I think the majority of Americans think that we should have health care for everybody.
All the polls say so. But somehow or another, they can't get it done.
Because, well, come on. How long ago did we start the whole process before we even got to where we are today?
Okay, so you're making my point then, right? Because just like these people, these Klansmen in the White House now are going in and kicking over all the furniture to advocate for their Klan ideas.
Wiping it all out.
Why can't we get candidates on the progressive side who will equally go about kicking the furniture over for progressive values? They want to be mealy-mouthed. They want to look for bipartisan support and all that. Forget them people.
I feel like, though, so this is what I'll say about that, Eric. I feel like that they were mealy mouthed in the beginning. I feel like in the last coming weeks, something's happened and they're starting to get louder and do more.
That's what you think?
I do. I do. I think after the Schumer thing, I think that was the thing that kind of shook everybody up because everybody was so mad at him, right? And I think he was surprised because the bubble is the bubble that keeps you from knowing what's going on around you.
Think back to how many times over the last 20 years you've uttered, I think things are changing, or something to that extent.
And not often.
Come on now.
No, I'm serious. When it comes to government, no.
Seems like I've heard it a lot.
You haven't heard it from me. I'm my own person.
So, what do you guys think?
We got lots of calls.
Yeah, we've talked it through. So somebody's going to cuss me today. I know that. Somebody, traditional Dem person, is going to cuss me today. I'm ready for that too. But I like what he's doing. I like what David Hogg is doing. I think, you need to understand the framework better. But principally, I love that. The number is 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
This is Tanisha K. Brooks, teacher for the Great Ann Arbor Public Schools, where Wolverines rule. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
The Law Office of Darnell Lyles is ready to help you, whether it's personal injury, criminal, DUI, and OWI, nursing home, product liability, it doesn't matter. Call 219-939-9-LAW. That's 219-939-9529. That's right. When you're driving and get into a wreck, had a few drinks too many, a cop hits you with a DUI or OWI, arrested and facing criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony, purchase a product that causes you or a loved one harm, when your loved one is neglected and abused in a nursing home, that's right, you better call Attorney Darnell Lyles and get represented right. And the first consultation is free. Yes, free. So call right now. 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. Attorney Darnell Lyles.
Calling all valued members of the American Veterinary Medical Association, or AVMA. Your future retirement goals can be achieved. Introducing the AVMA Retirement Plan, tailored to meet the distinct needs of veterinarians with streamlined administration and reduced burdens. Vets enjoy unrivaled benefits that include service provider oversight, knowledgeable expert investment guidance, and delegated fiduciary services. Veterinarians who use this plan can say goodbye to annual retirement plan audits and annual retirement plan tax reporting. Veterinarians, you can enjoy retirement your way with customizable plans to suit your practice's unique structure. From eligibility to vesting schedules and more, elevate your retirement journey with AVMA's specialized plan. Learn more by sending an email to polaris@polarisadvice.com. Secure your veterinary legacy starting today. Email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Securities offered through LineStreet Financial LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Polaris Wealth Management LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and LineStreet are not affiliated.
Do you have a pain that won't cease? A health issue that's not getting better? It may be time you visited Health on Earth Wellness Centers. With over 20 years experience, 4 Chicagoland locations, and patients that range from 2 months old to 93, Health on Earth Wellness Centers are fully prepared to meet all your chiropractic needs. We have state-of-the-art facilities in Crestwood, Tinley Park, the South Loop, in Naperville. Don't let being healthy be your last resort. Make it your first choice. Make an appointment today at healthonearth.org. That's healthonearth.org.
Thank you. So tell us what
Seven seven three 763-9278 773-763-9278. Listen, I read the Washington Post, right? Mm-hmm. So I get these pop-ups on my phone all the time with these articles. Mm-hmm. Check this out. A surgeon attempts a medical first. Ready for this?
No.
I hope y'all ate already. Removing a spinal tumor through a patient's eye.
Oh,
my
stop!
My goodness.
How big was the tumor?
I got to read the article.
It's a tumor.
They tried to take a tumor out this
tumor.
person's spine through his eye. Ugh.
There were so many other places it could go before it hit the eyeball.
I mean, gotta dig around through their eye back, all the way back to the spine.
Stop.
I guess it's the spine back, like
Okay, by the
spinal,
by,
yeah, spinal stem.
they could still take it in the backside. I think that.
But it was up here though.
Yeah, but they could dig it out and pull it down, pull it out.
Imagine that explanation from the doctor. So we're gonna move your eye aside.
The tumor.
Oh my God. We're gonna go in through the front.
Do you know who I'm imitating when I say it like that?
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thank you very much.
Is that your one impression that you do?
Come with me if you want to live.
That's good, Michelle. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Thank you for that. 773-763-9278. Who you want to do first?
Let's do Maria.
Oh, it's Maria. Maria, what's good?
Hi. I'm calling regarding. It's a nice afternoon. It's raining out here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm calling because I'm listening to the conversation regarding David Hogg. Now, I've been following this young man since the shooting at the high school. Mm-hmm. And, I love his enthusiasm. I love the fact that he wants to shake things up because, you know what? What's happened, what's going on in the past in terms of our politicians, the incumbents and all that, it's not working. You know what? It seems to me they've become so complacent. They're resting on their morals, and not laurels, rather. And I'm not saying they haven't done a good job, but you know what? Things are changing so fast. And it's time for the young people. And David Hogg advocate for young, bright, educated young men and women to join go into politics, right? Now, let me tell you, I remember when I was young, someone asked me about that. They say, hell no. It was so crooked because I live in Chicago. I know how it is. And so the fact that this young man is so enthusiastic and is willing to risk it all to get people pissed off at him. Oh, excuse me, I guess I shouldn't have said that. To get him upset.
Say what? What can't you say? Did you say pissed off? She said pissed off, didn't she? Yeah, you can say pissed off. Say it again if you'd like. Say it again if you'd like.
And you know what? I love it. I love the fact that he's shaking that popcorn bag. You got to. You got to do that because we're in a new age. And you know what? The politicians should be the young people coming up. They're the one that's gone through all the crap that's been going on in this world. They're dealing with this maniac that's in office right now who really doesn't give a damn about anybody but himself. And I don't have a problem with him. I actually sent a donation to his fund.
Good for you.
Because you know what? I like to see young people get involved.
Mm-hmm.
He's so energetic, he's involved, and that's what we need.
Yeah, good point. Thank you for that. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Maria.
That's there you go, right?
I don't disagree with that. I mean, we do need young people, and I do appreciate his energy.
Yeah, but I hear something in your voice, Michelle. What do I hear in your voice?
I don't know. I don't know what you.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. I can't like things the way they are.
No, you'll never hear me say that.
Who's next?
Marcus on the south side.
It's Marcus. What's
Hello,
up?
Marcus.
What was that? What was that?
From, you don't know what that's from?
Oh, you're talking about with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Boomerang.
Boomerang, yeah. Marcus, what's up, man? Oh, man.
So I'm getting ready to Good afternoon. I'm going to throw a little bit of a monkey wrench into this. I don't disagree with him about ineffective politicians, but what's ineffective for him may not be ineffective for me. And I mean that by this. He's a big proponent of gun control and those type of things because of the school shootings that mainly affected him. But I've never heard him once speak about the erasure of Black history. I haven't heard him speak about cops killing innocent Black people. I've heard Reverend Warnock speak out about that. I've heard others speak out about that. Warnock's style is not that of AOC or Jasmine Crockett. But like I said, what's ineffective to him may not be ineffective for me.
Yeah, but wouldn't he say the same about you?
What I hear him speaking about is gun control.
But Marcus, wouldn't he say the same about you?
He could.
Yeah, I mean, but it's realistic though, right? It's realistic. It's realistic that he could have said something.
Because I've not only heard Reverend Warnock speak out against Black erasure of Black history. I've also heard him speak out against gun control. And the other thing with that is this, you know, the George Floyd bill that was put forth. Democrats fought for that. They had a deal, damn near. And who shut that down? Tim Scott. Democrats fought for, they had a border bill passed under Biden. Who came in and shut that down? Donald Trump. You know, if you don't have the votes, if the Republicans are shutting things down, even though you advocate for certain things, you can't get it done the way things are set up. So, like I say, if you're going to advocate, Mr. Hall, for gun control, do me a favor. Advocate against the erasure of Black history. Advocate against the killing of unarmed Black people. Advocate against that. Because what he's advocating against is what happened mainly to him. All of the mass shootings in schools around here are done by white kids. I think they had one Black kid do one a few months ago.
So Marcus,
they talk about Chicago. Ain't no Black kids running up in those schools in Chicago shooting up the doggone school.
But Marcus, have you seen what he's advocating for? Have you seen his punch list? Because I haven't.
No, I haven't saw it, but I've heard him speak about what he's advocating for.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let me offer you this then, because I'm on the fence. I like the idea of what he does, but let me say this.
I like the idea. I get it.
Hold on a second, Marcus. Hold on a second, Marcus. Marcus, hold on a second. Let's read. Let's not do like they do. You know, those lazy idiots over there, they don't read anything. Let's read what he's talking about, and let's revisit it again in terms of what he's advocating for. Because I don't know. Okay. You could very well be right.
He may have wrote something. My point is he may have wrote something, which I haven't read, but every time I hear him speak, the only thing he speaks on is gun control.
Well, no. Did you hear his interview? Did you hear his interview with Karen Hunter on Urban View Radio?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so you know Karen, if you've ever listened to Karen Hunter before, she gonna put the screws to you on Black stuff, and she did for him. I would encourage you to find that interview, right? So I don't know what his punch list is or what he's advocating for, but I think that this is an opportunity for somebody who's on a path to shake things up, to add to the agenda.
Yeah, okay. Right. I agree. I agree with you on that point.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say it again. Well, maybe he went on her show and answered all the right questions and said all the right things.
He didn't. He didn't.
But I haven't saw him in front of a TV camera advocating against the erasure of black history.
See, that's what I would encourage you not to do, because that's what those people over there do. They don't read anything. They just the clips they heard on TV and social media are what they go on. And so I'm with you. I don't know either, but I think you and I both should read, so we find out for sure. Deal?
I agree with that.
Okay,
I agree with that,
my man.
But if what his writings don't correlate with what he comes out and says in public, I give less than a damn about his writings.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you too. Thanks, Marcus. We appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Marcus.
Yep, have a good one.
You too. So listen, lest you believe I'm telling Marcus he's lazy. I'm not doing anything like that.
No.
What I'm saying is I've been lazy. This is a notion that I walked in the building today contemplating. And so I got to read. I have to read. I have to read what he's written, what he advocates for, and I have to look for opportunities to deliver part of the agenda to him. So listen, if you're going to do this, I can get behind you if you do this.
Well, and yeah, as I was saying on the break, that's kind of what Richard did in his Substack. I think, people haven't read it. You should. It was good.
Okay. What time is it now? No, we got to get there. We got to go to break. We don't have time for none of that stuff, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you got to do news and stuff like that.
I do.
Yeah. News is important. I think it's important. Isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. News is important.
Even though you don't listen to me when I read it.
It's not that interesting. It's just not that interesting.
Dang.
You want me to lie to you?
No.
Okay.
I try to make it interesting, though.
It's interesting. I'm just kidding with you.
Can't take it back now.
773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
This is Paul Mark Wallace, president of InSync Consulting Services. Our website is www.insynccs.com. Keep listening to the family meeting.
Do you own a business in Illinois? Are you aware of the new retirement plan requirement that could impact your business? Listen up, this is crucial information you don't want to miss. If you're a business with at least 5 employees and have been operating for 2 years or more, Illinois law now mandates that you provide a retirement plan. But don't worry, we've got you covered. Polaris Wealth Management can be your professional partner in navigating this new landscape. We specialize in helping businesses just like yours establish affordable retirement plans that meet your needs and keep you compliant. You may avoid penalties as high as $500 per employee by acting now. Our team of seasoned professionals will guide you through the process step by step, making it easy for you to set up a 401k, a simple IRA, or another qualified retirement plan. Visit our website at Polaris.
Says, do you own a business on this one?
Email at Polaris at.
Oh, I'm in the wrong break. That's on me. Shit.
Provide your employees with the retirement benefits they deserve.
My bad.
Business from potential fines. Don't let these changes catch.
How nice you got it.
Contact Polaris Wealth Management today, and let's work together to build a better retirement future for your employees and your business. Visit polarisadvice.com or email us at polarisadvice.com. Securities offered through Lion Street Financial, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
I wish.
Services offered through Polaris Wealth Management, LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street are not affiliated.
This is Miss Lady B, La Boricua. Now it's time for the family meeting news.
See me looking at you.
I can't hear it yet still.
Welcome back. This is Michelle Peltier, and here's more of what we're following on the family meeting. No. The Chicago Department of Public Health and Cook County Department of Public Health have identified 2 confirmed cases of measles. These are the first 2 cases in Cook County this year. One case was identified as an adult who is a suburban Cook County resident and whose vaccination status is unknown. They presented to a local hospital for medical care on Monday, April 28th, and was quickly isolated. Another case was identified in an adult Chicago resident who traveled internationally through O'Hare Airport in early April. The individual had 1 prior dose of MMR vaccine. This patient had red rash onset on April 25th and has been isolated at home since being diagnosed. Look, we need to know that the measles are here. All right, the health departments are looking into it. From a courtroom dispute to a coveted Emmy nomination, CBS's 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris is drawing fresh attention this week. On Thursday, the segment featuring the former vice president was nominated for Outstanding Edited Interview. This same interview has been at the center of DT's ongoing dispute with the news network. In November 2024, Trump filed a lawsuit against CBS claiming an interview was deceitful and doctored to make his opponent look good. On the same day 60 Minutes received their nomination, DT signed an executive order directing the Corporation for Public Broadcasting to cease federal funding for NPR and PBS. I'm talking about him because Kamala, that was important. Are you going to...
I'm listening. You've been listening up.
The Atlanta Falcons have fined $250,000 and defensive coordinator... No, the Atlanta Falcons have been fined $250,000 and defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich has been fined $100,000 as the result of Ulbrich's son participating in a prank call to Shedeur Sanders during the NFL draft. The NFL confirmed the fines on Wednesday for the roles by the Falcons and Ulbrich in failing to prevent the disclosure of confidential information distributed to the club in advance of the NFL draft. The Falcons, who disclosed the role of Ulbrich's 21-year-old son Jax in the prank call, as Sanders was waiting for his name to be called in the draft, said they accept the discipline from the league. I like they had a choice. Please visit our webpage, tfmradioshow.com. You can subscribe and follow us on Fanbase, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, Spoutable, Blue Sky, and Twitter. And also subscribe and follow our YouTube channel to view us live and receive reminders when we're on the air. Don't go anywhere.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter.
Hey, Family Meeting cousins. As you know, we've created a Patreon Family Meeting subscription and membership page to include you great listeners in our effort and give you a chance to very economically promote your business, organization, or local event. You can contribute as little as $5 per month to get your message out and support the Family Meeting as a viable voice. We know you appreciate our permanent interest dialogue, get up and dance playlist, and our great guests who stop by. So become a cousin and go to our website, tfmradioshow.com, and click the link.
When your body gets on from masturbation, and you need to love some fascination. What's that? What's that? When your body won't do what you want it to, and you don't do because it knows you're through. What's that? What's that? When you can't get your body please. You need some love for your tension ease. What's that? What's that?
Y'all wasn't ready for that kind of heavy duty funk, man. That's that heavy duty funk, man. That's
That was great. Love it.
I just remember back in the day, my auntie house, man. We go over to auntie house on Sunday. We put some James Brown on a record player. We had record players back then. Over auntie house. This is grown folk stuff down here. They got the brown liquor out.
Oh, yes.
Man,
yes.
I ain't ready for this, man. We got to go to work tomorrow, but we're going to get it in right now.
Right now.
Right now. Y'all don't understand this, man. 773-763-9278. Okay, so who's next?
Kinesia? Am I pronouncing that right?
No, you messed it up, but go ahead.
Kinesia?
No.
Well, you said Cynthia before, and it's so much easier. I'm supposed to say it how they want.
No, tell me how you say it.
Shark lady.
Kinesia.
Kinesia. She's a shark lady. Shark lady.
Hey, Listen, I agree with Eric. Before I get Alzheimer's, I would like to see the Democrats reclaim, a lot of the House and the Senate and just get this country moving. If the Republicans are showing us anything, they know how to get stuff moving in the wrong direction, of course. But the Democrats are too focused on tradition. And they're the ones that are going to have to live with the policies, the results of the policies, whether they're rolled back or not. In the future. So I'm all for him shaking up the Democrats. And you said something about somebody's going to sue him. Is that true, or is that you just said it?
There are people threatening to sue him right now for what he plans on doing. Yes, people who are DNC
now,
people.
see, they need to come forward so we can get rid of them first.
Well, your boy out of Louisiana, that funny-looking dude, looked like a sort of alien. You know what I'm talking about. The guy who ran
and
Bill
he's
Clinton.
a Democrat?
Yeah, the dude who ran Bill Clinton's campaign. You know what I'm talking about. The funny-looking, fish-face-looking dude.
Well, I think that
fish face.
I think that if anything, David will attract more and give more courage to the youth to see that they can get involved. And I really, really, really think that the Democrats ought to be supporting him and encouraging him. They can always hang around and be consultants. I mean, if they can bring that goofy Laura Loomer, I'm too ashamed to even be an American, if I am one, because this is just madness. And I'm quite sure people are going to vote in droves midterm elections.
You think so?
And if they don't, then we really do need to be sunk to the bottom. We can be just, pushed off the edge because it's just insane what's going on. And I think David needs to have all the support. James Carville, he needs to go.
That's the dude who wants to sue him.
He can go to,
that's the guy who wants to sue David Hogg.
We've been tired of him for a
Oh,
minute.
is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, a fish face. Fish face dude.
Well, I don't know about
like
that.
Skeletor.
But he's
Alien
been
or
around
something.
He looks
forever.
like Skeletor.
Like an alien. They look like an alien.
Skeletor.
Skeletor? Okay.
Do you remember it wasn't Creature Features, but the Crypt Keeper. He looks like the Crypt Keeper.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, he's like 155 years old. I mean, forget him. He won an election in what, 40
he's
years?
got, valuable wisdom. They all do. But they don't have the quickness that we need right now.
Yeah.
In dealing with the Trump and even in conversation, we needed a whole new group. Even Pete Buttigieg, a judge or whatever, the way he speaks and delivers messages, he needs to be out front for the Democrats in that regard. We need a spokesperson for every department that has been cut to give voice to what people are feeling. And Schumer should never talk again. Really, his speech reading just goes over the head of so many.
Yeah, he should shut up.
So that's all I had to say. I was pulling weeds high today, and I don't know what I did. So I'm tired, and I'll have to check
She's
it
a
out
regular weed
tomorrow.
smoker. She gets dressed up for Shark
Did I
Week.
tell you I loved you today, girl?
Well, Shark Week starts in July, so I will have my outfit on.
Yeah, sounds exciting, Kenesha. That sounds exciting.
That was the best.
Yeah, I'll take more pictures for you guys.
Thank you. You're a doll. You're a doll for that. Yeah. Thanks, Kenesha. Be well.
Blessed, guys.
Okay, you too. So yeah, this dude, he's part of a group that's mentioning the word lawsuit.
Oh, well, he's just doing that now to make noise.
But he
knows.
not alone.
He knows. Well, he's gotten so much pushback in this last couple of years. That's his last. He's
but
rallying
it's
now.
the old guard in Congress and the Senate though who are pushing back as well.
Yeah.
And I don't like being shushed anyway by anybody. Even when I'm playing golf, I don't like being shushed. Don't shush me. Don't shush me. Don't do it.
I'm not surprised.
Don't shush me. Don't call me buddy either.
Oh.
That's a problem. Don't call me buddy.
No, buddy?
No, I like it. I've been through this already. It's traumatic. You understand?
I understand.
It's traumatic.
I do. You want to talk to Donna?
Why don't we talk to Donna?
Donna.
Hey, buddy.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hi,
Good. How are you?
Listen, I'm with that lady that just got off the phone a minute ago. I'm with David Hogg 1,000%, and I'll tell you why. The political battle that we're in right now requires innovation, a 360-degree approach in the opposite direction from anything that any of the old guard has ever faced in their whole political career. These guys have gotten complacent, and David Hogg is not talking about ageism, because there's some elderly people that he's excited about. What he's talking about is we gotta wake up these people that are just keeping the seats warm until they retire. This is a whole different political battle we're in right now. In fact, everybody's being affected. None of us have ever gone through anything like this, like shutting down whole departments, taking money away from things that we need. Like Eric was talking earlier in the earlier part of the show, if Trump did some good things, he could stay in office. Well, guess what? He didn't care about average people. His whole life, he wanted to be accepted by the wealthy elite. That's his whole plan. He wants to either be an autocrat or just be loved by the wealthy. That's why you only saw wealthy people up there on that stage at his inauguration. He didn't give a damn about average people. We're like insects under their feet. So what I'm saying is, look, David Hogg needs to take that money and ruffle some feathers. Some of these people are so comfortable in those seats, they figure they're just going to ride it out till they retire. Some of them might even die on the Senate or the House floor. They're so old, which I'm 69. I'm not against old people. But if you lose your fight, you lose your energy to do something, this is a war we're in right now. This is for the soul of America.
So, Donna, who would you get rid of first?
And if we don't do something different, we are out, baby. This is going to be our last chapter if we don't do something different.
So, Donna, who would you get rid of first?
Who would I get rid of first? I'd get rid of Chuck Schumer, number one. I think Cory Booker's cool. I'm not happy with the minority. What's the minority guy? What is his name?
Hakeem Jeffries.
You know, yeah, I'm not happy with him. He's too much like, he's too rigid. He's too stiff. He's not flexible. And even though he has, in his earlier life, he had kind of a connection with hip hop, I'm still trying to figure that one out. I'm scratching my head trying to figure out what was his connection to hip hop, because he's not fresh enough. We got to get we got to wake these people up. And I'm so proud of Big Durbin and Jan Schakowsky. They did the right thing. Like the woman said before, they can act as consultants. They can be on the sideline giving pointers, but they need to be in the stands, not on the field. We need new players on the field. This is a different war we're in. We've never experienced anything like this in this country, and they're moving so fast. Why? Because they know they stole the election. They know that when we find out that it was stolen, there's nothing we can do about this one. But if we ever want to have further elections in the future, if we don't clarify and correct the problem that just happened, there won't be any future elections.
I'm with you.
Nobody, we've already lost the global trust of other countries. Look at the countries scrapping us and moving on to other countries. This man, he wants to leave America in the dust. And I don't have a whole lot of years left on the planet, but I'm thinking about the generations that are here and the ones to come, because I love humans. I love humanity. I'm not against humanity. But these countries, these autocrats, they could care less.
That's right.
They could care less about Wait a minute, my phone is the okay. They could care less about humanity. They don't care about anybody but themselves, and they're preoccupied with money. They got so much money, they can't even live long enough to spend it.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I'm saying, look, David Hogg has a great plan to primary some of these comfortable Dems that are just sitting in there keeping the seats filled up. And I'm saying, look, okay, turn some tables over like Richard Puga did. Put some tables, turn some chairs over, rustle some feathers, and if they feel threatened, well, those that have a little energy left in them, a little fight, maybe they'll get up and do something. But right now, all they're doing is sedentary, sitting in those seats, holding them.
Yeah.
And preventing young, energetic people. In fact, I've seen some people that have been so discouraged with the results of what they're doing now after the election is over. They're saying, I was thinking about getting in politics, but I'm done. I'm not even going to waste my energy because look at those people. They're not doing nothing now. And our country's going down the tubes, and then they're sitting back. And then James Carter will talk about, let's just be quiet. If I had a bat, I would break both his legs and his arms.
Come on, Donna. Donna.
And so his mouth, but I would put him in the house and have his lips sewed tight so he couldn't speak.
Oh, so violent, Donna. So violent.
I wonder where she got
so
that
violent.
from.
Well, look, we need fight. And I'm going to be honest with you. I love my country. I love America. But I never expected to be almost 70. I'll be turning 70 this year. To see my country go down the tubes before I leave, I'm not happy with this. And I think most of them that even voted now that they really wait. So, yep.
Oh, Donna, we losing you, Donna. We losing you.
She's getting so worked up. She's
not dropped the
coming in and
Bluetooth
out.
or something like that. I don't know what happened. Thanks, Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
She said if she had a bat. If she had a bat. How about that? Who's next?
Brian from Aurora.
It's Brian. Brian,
Hello,
what's
Brian.
up, man?
Hey, thank you for taking my call. I think incumbency and primaries is an important conversation that we should always be having. I think that I appreciate that David Hogg has brought this conversation to the forefront, but it's really not about him. And real quickly, I want to say to my brother Marcus that he knows how the game is played. They don't bring David Hogg on television to talk about Black history. They bring him on because he was part of Parkland, and it's about gun shootings. And when Parkland was at the forefront of the conversation, I remember the Parkland kids, including David, would always include what was happening in inner cities and around Black communities when it came to gun violence. So I think that, if you look more into what he's done in the past, you'll see that he is very inclusive when he talks about gun violence and what's happening in the Black community. Now, to get back to the incumbency challenges, I was watching a YouTube video with a conversation between Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman, and they were talking about what happened to them in their elections and how as soon as you're elected, Cori was talking about how when she was first elected, they bring them in, and the first thing they do is they get the congressman, the new congressman, to start raising money for the DCCC. And so it becomes this club where they're raising money to support the Democratic Party, and that's what their focus is. But when it came time for the Democrats to support them in their elections, they allowed AIPAC to primary them and spend money against them. So it's kind of a double standard, this thing that James Carville and these other legacy Democrats keep talking about, when on one hand, if they don't like you, if you're not in the club, then they'll allow other groups to fundraise against you. But then now with what David's saying, they're fighting against him, trying to support people that are trying to buck the system and move this thing forward. So
good point.
I think it's important. People, if they can look that up, it's a really great conversation between the two, and I think it's important insights onto what goes on in Congress.
Thank you for that, Brian. We're going to find that
Brian.
and see if we can post that on social media. Thanks,
Yeah.
Brian, for that, though. And he's right. So, you know, the DNC had this brother and sister out there raising money every day. And you had goals. You have goals to raise money for the DNC. And then as soon as they got primaried by AIPAC, who supports the terrorist state of Israel, they abandoned them. They ain't got no money for them to support them all of a sudden. So, I mean, that's another aspect of having outside money to support this from David Hogg, this super PAC. I'm with that. I am with that 100%. I think so far our callers today are with it.
Yes, they're on your side.
I haven't been watching the chat. You have, sure.
Yes. Well, yeah. I'm on triple duty today, I feel like.
Busyness. Busyness is a thing, right?
It's a good thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, primary the fools. Make them earn their job again. I'm not saying they shouldn't be reelected. I'm just saying that you need to be tested every 2 years. That's the purpose of elections, isn't it? Anyway, 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
Hey, Ken Brown, KenBrownInternational.com. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
Do you own a business in Illinois? Are you aware of the new retirement plan requirement that could impact your business? Listen up, this is crucial information you don't want to miss. If you're a business with at least 5 employees and have been operating for 2 years or more, Illinois law now mandates that you provide a retirement plan. But don't worry, we've got you covered. Polaris Wealth Management can be your professional partner in navigating this new landscape. We specialize in helping businesses just like yours establish affordable retirement plans that meet your needs and keep you compliant. You may avoid penalties as high as $500 per employee by acting now. Our team of seasoned professionals will guide you through the process step by step, making it easy for you to set up a 401k, a simple IRA, or another qualified retirement plan. Visit our website at polarisadvice.com for more information or shoot us an email at polarisadvice.com. We're here to help you provide your employees with the retirement benefits they deserve while safeguarding your business from potential fines. Don't let these changes catch you off guard. Contact Polaris Wealth Management today, and let's work together to build a better retirement future for your employees and your business. Visit polarisadvice.com or email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Securities offered through Lion Street Financial, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Polaris Wealth Management, LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street are not affiliated.
Hi, this is Michelle from the Family Meeting, and let me tell you about the Villager Gift Boutique located at 2007 Ridge Road in downtown Homewood, Illinois. The Villager is your gift shop for unique, hand-selected, high-quality gifts. The Villager's owner, Valerie, travels internationally to trade shows and fine art festivals to bring a variety of unique, high-quality items, including fine gifts, bath and body products, candles, jewelry, clothing, home accents, leather goods, stationery, gourmet goodies, and so much more. The customer experience is very inviting and ideal for helping you find the perfect gift, especially for those shoppers who are looking for that unique gift for those who are hard to shop for. Oh, and the gift wrapping is complimentary. Shop in person in Homewood, Illinois, or online at thevillagergiftshop.com. That's thevillagergiftshop.com.
At Saga Martial Arts, we're dedicated to preserving the traditions of Shorin-ryu Karate. Our dojo is more than a place to learn martial arts. It's a place to build respect, self-discipline, and confidence. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced martial artist, young or old, we offer a supportive environment for you to grow. Join our community. Embrace the rich history of karate and discover your strength both inside and out. Saga Martial Arts, where tradition meets excellence. To book a lesson, give us a call at 312-927-0184 or send us an email at karateinvillapark@gmail.com.
The one you really want, but you just can't see it. I tried and tried to make you understand, won't believe it. It's a shame. You're missing out on a good thing. Yeah. Shame. You can't see a damn thing. Well, what you so scared of me for? Just a woman. Maybe I got it all together like you think. Maybe I do. Joe, I'm fresh and cold.
773-763-9278. 773-763-9278. That's Jilly from Philly is one person I need to see in concert.
Okay.
I heard she put on a show, boy. Kick her shoes off and do the damn thing.
Okay. All right.
I got to see.
The younger version of Patti LaBelle. You know, Patti used to kick off her shoes too.
Except Jill's like a linebacker.
Stop it.
I saw Music Soul Child 10, 15 years ago. He's very good too. Yeah, 773-763-9278 is the number. You're talking about David Hogg and his promise to primary comfortable left-leaning candidates, so-called left-leaning candidates. So I'm careful today not to name people because I got people in mind.
I'm sure you do.
I'm talking about local people.
I'm sure you do.
Who are way past their time. And Chicago is good for that.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping you around too long. Mm-hmm. And some of the people, I actually know them. Like I know them. Like they know me. Hey, E, they know me. And I've told them, some of them.
What?
One too many, man. One too many. Why don't you just call it quits, man? Why are you still doing this?
And what's the response? Laughter? Like,
Yes, it's
like
that-
you're
it's
just
that-
kidding. You
yeah.
can't be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
I've told them.
I'm sure you have. I don't know why I was surprised.
Mm-hmm. I think that so the E that y'all get here, that you've gotten here on the radio for as many years, it's the same dude with everybody.
Y'all can believe that.
I don't care who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what your position is.
That's true.
So
You take you wherever you go.
if my daddy taught me, he told me you talk to everybody the same way. Everybody, you talk to them the same way. He said you talk to them like you can whoop their behind. You size them up. If you know you can take them.
Violence.
If you know you can take them, talk to them like that.
Okay.
And it's not aggressive. It's just that I don't really care what you think. I don't, like if it was Shaq sitting in front of me. Shaq is 7'1", 455 pounds or whatever he is. I'm not messing with that man.
Oh, so you do have a limit.
I know. And the best I could do, more advice from my dad. He said, when you got somebody like that in front of you, you throw your brick and you run.
No.
You just throw that brick and run, man. Maybe you can slow him down a little bit.
Well, it all depends where you throw the brick.
Yeah, well, you gotta have good aim, yeah. But, so they get it from me. And so I've been careful today to not name names. That's not really the point of today.
Sure.
And the main reason I won't mention names is because now people can aim themselves at somebody instead of the idea. The idea that there's people in the midst, there's 435 of them, something close to half of them are so-called Democrats. And they all need to be challenged, all of them, even the ones that you would consider progressive, even AOC, she should be challenged.
She's challenged every time.
Absolutely. And they allow it to happen too.
By a crazy, yeah.
The DNC allows that to happen. They allow it to happen every time. They don't give her full support like she needs, but she pulls it out.
That's because I believe, she's an example of what I believe a constituent person is, a constituent representative looks like.
Right.
That's why she keeps winning, because she's supporting her people and her people continually reward her for that. On the flip side of it are those people that stay there forever and voters get complacent and they're just like, he's not going to, he or she's not going to lose, so I'm not even going to vote.
You got to ask yourself first, Do you know who your representative is? Your federal
Right.
and state representative is one.
Mhm.
Two, when's the last time you heard from them? So is it really close to election time or is it off cycle? And how many times do you think that the people that are your neighbors who support this elected official, how many times has your elected official given them an opportunity to be heard? I'm talking about like an open forum where everybody can hear. How many of them have town halls that you've heard of? Whether you went or not, how many times have they done this? And so
Well-
what do you think about that?
Let me just say, though, as the constituent, we have to be plugged in. Like, I sign up for every person that represents me, their newsletter or their email list or whatever. We have to be proactive in that, too. We just can't, where are you going to get your information if you're not getting it from them? And if you know that they're not giving you something, if there's nothing to sign up for.
Newsletters and emails are cool. They're lazy, but they're cool.
But you just said, how do I know what they're doing? That's a form of communication. Yes,
Yeah.
town hall
Yeah,
meetings.
oftentimes that stuff ends up being propaganda. They word it so that in a good light.
Yeah,
Right?
but it's still
I'm not saying it's
information.
bad. I'm not saying it's bad, Michelle. I'm just saying that's the tip of the iceberg, and it's going to be largely propaganda.
Right. But
Right.
that's still how you're plugged in, though,
It
to
is.
a degree.
So you know you're getting information from them. But how many
Yes.
times are they receiving your information?
And that's a good question.
Right. Because they're supposed to be representing us.
Correct.
They cannot represent us unless they know how we feel.
That's exactly right.
How many times did Dick Durbin do a town hall? How many times did he do one in the last 20 years?
He used to do them when I first moved here, but I guess that's the whole point of the
Got comfortable and
conversation.
stopped doing it, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
Luckily, he's stepping aside.
Because I think,
and I don't dislike Dick. I know him and his son. Wow.
I thought he represented us well. It was just time.
Yeah. Okay. So who's
Steve?
Oh, Steve. Steve, what's up, man?
Hi, Steve.
Steve's on a train or something. Hey, Steve. Hello. We can hear you, but you
Steve.
sound like you're distant, man. Are you on a
You in
train?
a car?
Terrific. So, yeah, no, it's Dan from Dubuque, and you know what?
Close the car window, man. Close the car window or something, man.
I can do that.
You got the damn car window open. Steve.
No, it's just noise. There, how about that? That better?
That's a little better, yeah.
I am. Yeah. Well, I'm in the car. Okay, hold on a second. How about now?
Okay, that's better.
Hello?
That's better, man. That's better.
Okay, sure. So I apologize. So here's the deal. I think Hogg's going to go after folks like the people that voted to censure Representative Green for calling out, the monster, calling him a liar. And Green said, I'll take the punishment, which is just a slap on the wrist. But the fact that any Democrat voted to censure the man, I get it. He, quote unquote, broke the rules. It's okay to break the rules when you're dealing with rule breakers. And when I say that, there is a line. There's no violence allowed until it's called for. And he called the man out. He called him a liar. And he used his cane to point because he did. It was a gestural thing. My point is, and I think I've seen when Hogg came out originally, he had a list of permanent interests, and I'm pretty darn sure health care for all was on it. And yes, the young man earlier said, look, that's his lightning rod issue, the gun control, because he was there at that school, Stoneman Douglas, when it happened. So it's the near and dear, and that's what we need. Is we need people to take the lead on issues we all care about, our primary and permanent interests. I'm darn near a Marxist. I'm never going to see what I want in this country, but maybe we will, because nothing's been happening, and then it all happens at once. And I'm hoping that all at once has finally been woken up by the amount of overreach out of this current, we'll call it an administration regime. That's what I'm hopeful for. But we have to do the thing, and that's why we moved to a reddish state, is we can get back. The district we're in, the congressional district we're in, was blue, turned red for 4 years, and now she's talking about running for governor because a horrible governor is saying I'm done. And Joni Ernst has to go. We have to find decent candidates that aren't just in the okie doke. Fair?
Fair. Very fair.
I think that's the challenge, though, right? Finding the candidates.
Well, yeah, and that is the challenge. And Eric talks about that. And he's never asked me, but he's asked a lot of people, hey, why don't you run? Well, some people are people who want to run and some people aren't.
Hey, Steve.
Honestly,
Hey, Steve. Steve. How you doing, man? How you doing?
So,
You want to run, Steve?
no.
Hey, Steve, why don't you run? Why don't you run?
Nobody's too old.
Because we want young people.
How old are you?
66.
Yeah, you are kind of old, man.
Shut up.
I got no
Never
problem
mind.
with that. We need younger people. You guys have a great one. Thanks for letting me yak.
Okay. Thanks, Steve. We appreciate it, man. Steve got his damn window open.
I
in the car.
know. It's like, I think he was on speaker, too, maybe.
Yeah, he may have been, yeah.
Earl from Hyde Park?
Is Earl on the line?
Yeah.
I'll be damned. Earl, what's up, man?
Hi, Earl.
Hey, Eric. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
I guess I'm the kind of negative, I guess, from the standpoint that I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm trying to slow your roll down. But from the standpoint that just because somebody's young and firebrand, it doesn't mean that they can get anything done. They can work to get something done. I know too many people who started businesses and tried to give their children the business, and then they were running it into the ground. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. So we just have to use our good sense about picking out young, good people. But there's also such a thing as knowing your demographics in your ward or your area. I mean, AOC couldn't get elected with Manchin was governing from. You know, you have to be able to reach the people that's going to vote for you. You have to give them something to vote for. And AOC in Manchin's district was not going to probably work. So we have to be flexible enough to
Hold on a second, man.
say to the people
why is that?
who want to
Earl,
the
why is-
person we can get. Go ahead.
Why is that an example? What makes you think that AOC wanted to run in West Virginia?
I'm saying that you're not understanding the point I'm making. The point I'm trying to make is AOC is too progressive for West Virginia. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
I'm not saying she wants to run in West Virginia. I'm saying how politics is not going to fly in West Virginia. We have to be smart enough to work with the people who are progressive enough that will give us the votes, but may not be as progressive as we want them to be.
Yeah.
Not every region is the same
I hear what you're
in
saying.
this country.
Look at the
We got 50
demographics.
states,
Mm-hmm.
and the makeup of the population is different. So we have to deal with what we get from there and try to promote a progressive agenda where some states are not as going to be as progressive as New York. That's all I was saying.
Okay. I got you.
So-
I got you. Yeah, although you usually talk crazy, but I
Okay,
got you.
that's all I was saying. So, Michelle, that's all I basically want to say. I'm not going to belabel the point, but, you know, we got some young people out there, too. Okay, so I'm going to hang up.
That's for
And
sure.
let you guys go on
Okay, thanks, Earl.
with your conversation.
All right,
Good
Thank you,
conversation,
Earl.
Michelle.
Be well.
I don't know about Eric.
There you go. See, I knew it was coming, man. That dude, he ain't no good, man. He ain't no good, man. That Earl ain't no good. Let me remind you guys, too, before we go to a break here, that there is a webinar on Tuesday. You don't want to miss that now. It's a Q1 recap of the market and the economy and what it all means. My dear friend, Tim Halverson from Russell is going to do that for us. You'll find the data that he has to be very interesting. I've seen it. You'll find it to be very interesting, by the way. So I would encourage you to visit our webpage, tfmradioshow.com. When you get the splash page, sign up for it. It's free. Don't worry about paying money for that. Okay, a couple more calls here. Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
Hi, this is Jennifer Marlowe. Keep listening to the family meeting.
A 2016 study estimated that 13.1 million Americans were victims of identity theft last year. Fight back against your identity being stolen by signing up for Identity Guard. Identity Guard monitors your credit and identity information with alerts that can help you respond quickly if certain changes indicating fraudulent activity are detected, as well as help protect your computer from viruses, keylogging, and other serious threats. Plus, with Identity Guard's dynamic credit management resources and tools, you will have helpful information as you make better financial and credit decisions. Identity Guard includes $1 million identity theft insurance and lost wallet protection, and more if you ever do become a victim. Protect your ID for as little as $6 per month. Yes, that's only $6 per month by visiting lookaftermyid.com. That's lookaftermyid.com to securely sign up for Identity Guard today.
A single K plan is a 401k plan designed especially for business owners and immediate family, regardless if they are incorporated or not. Single Ks offer both employer and employee contributions and in many cases have no setup fee or annual plan administrative charges. Single Ks are simple to administer with no government reporting required. Most importantly, this plan allows employees to access their savings via hardship withdrawals or loans. Visit our website at polarisadvice.com or call us about your business or organization's retirement plan at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Polaris provides empowering advice for everyone.
Securities offered through Lion Street Financial LLC, member FINRA, and SIPC. Investment advisor services offered through Lion Street Advisors LLC, registered investment advisors. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street Financial are not affiliated.
Polaris is introducing a way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and plan. If you are like a lot of people, you'd like to work with a financial planner, but don't know if you earn or have enough to invest. Save and Plan will allow us to work with nearly anyone from young professionals to retirees looking to travel the world. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up, Polaris gives you a customized financial plan, a real person to speak with, and information to help you make good financial decisions. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com. Call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan. Empowering advice for everyone. Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA, SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
Kiss the back of my neck bone. Oh, make it hot like Louisiana.
Sweet like sweet potato like collard greens and yams on the side. I'm going from top to the bottom, and this ain't no lie. I'm hot like Mississippi.
Boy, I tell you, Leela James can go, boy. Woo-wee!
Yes, yes.
Funky
yes.
neo soul right there for you. Yeah. I'm going to listen to some Leela James on the way home tonight.
Okay.
Shave it like 4 feet tall. Little bitty girl. Got all that voice coming out of her. Little bitty thing, man. Yeah, just a reminder. webinar because you've been asking me for this, and I won't answer financial questions on the air. I consider that malpractice.
I'm sure the industry does too, right?
They do too as well. They don't want me doing that either. I got to know more information about you before I can render any level of advice. So anybody you're listening to, all those financial pornographers you listen to on TV who swear to know everything, they don't.
Did you call them pornographers?
Financial pornographers. Don't listen to them. They don't. They're wrong most of the time. I'm telling you, man, they're wrong most of the time. Most of the time, they're wrong.
I don't look at them, so I don't know.
Yeah, man, there's some people that swear by them. They subscribe to the little services and buy their little books and stuff like that. And the thing about money is you cannot speak about money in absolute terms. There's no always. This is always right, and as it relates to money investing and that kind of thing. It's just so anybody that says you should never. If they start off that way, then they're wrong. They're just wrong.
Yeah.
So I think you guys will like the data that we'll give. Okay, who's next?
Mitchell from
Mitchell.
Des Plaines.
Mitchell from Des Plaines. What's up, Mitchell?
Hi, Mitchell.
Hey, good afternoon. What I was curious about is that, while J.B. Pritzker, our current governor of the state of Illinois, is on his coming out national tour, he fails to mention the state of Illinois ranked 46th out of 50 states and basically a financial problem. Their economic engine has gone down dramatically.
Wait a minute. Well, hold on a second, Mitchell. Mitchell, hold on a second. Let's be definitive about this. What you just described is, I don't know how you measure what you just described. What are you talking about? It's gone down. What are you talking about?
So they just did a rating of all the states.
Who?
And Illinois came at 46 in terms of its economic engine. That's how much it's dropped precipitously.
Who rated it? Who rated it? Mitchell. Who rated it?
Do you ever watch read the Wall Street Journal? It just came out like last week.
All the time.
So this is like literally, this is not like a fictional tale. This is a fact that basically 4 years ago, the University of Illinois did a study that Cook County and Chicago proper is the most corrupt city in the United States, and the state of Illinois is the third most corrupt in the union. So this is not me pontificating, Eric. This is the facts. The facts do matter. Apparently, on your station and your other stations, facts do matter.
He's full of shit. It's
Okay.
not from Wall Street Journal. It's from some organization called Moody.
I want you to vote your conscience.
Okay, so Mitchell, hold on a second, man. Hold on a second. I can tell that you're right leaning, and I can appreciate that, man. But what we don't do is we don't filibuster here, okay? So let's start here. Where would you rather live? Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, or Illinois?
Oh my God! I go with all those states. The property taxes in those.
Mitchell. Is English your first language?
Living in Mississippi, the cost of living in Arkansas compared to Illinois. Are you out of your mind?
Okay, so where would you rather live? The question was, where would you rather live?
If I had the opportunity, right now, because of my situation, I'm kind of trapped here, unfortunately. But if I had unlimited income, I would move to any of those states that you mentioned. First of all, the way of living is better. Second of all, the property taxes in any of those states is dramatically better than corrupt Illinois. Hey, are you aware, Eric, of the South Cook County, of all those suburbs that got hit last year with the big property tax increase? Those poor people, right? They got like literally doubled because Cook County can't get their act together. You don't have those problems, Eric, in Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia.
Really? Mitchell, really? Mitchell, really? Really? So those states have the lowest education, the worst healthcare outcomes, and the worst economic opportunity of anywhere in the country. You'd rather move there.
Why did Illinois come in at 46, Eric?
Mitchell, you can't tell me. You can't even tell me where you read that, man. You can't even tell me.
It's the Wall Street Journal.
No,
it's not in there. It's not in there.
It's not in there, Mitchell. Because I saw it too.
Mitchell, it's not in
Mitchell,
there.
I saw it too. It's not there. Good try though.
Oh, it's not there. So what? Okay. If I stand corrected, what number did it come in? So I can tell you that you're wrong.
No.
What number?
It depends.
It depends on what
listen,
the ranking is.
listen. If you want to do it that way, this country is worse than middle of the pack in many of those measures. So I mean, so what are we talking about here? You'd rather live in Mississippi? I tell you right now, it don't matter what your situation is. You can pack up anybody that's obligated to you, and all y'all can move to Mississippi. Raggedy ass Mississippi. Y'all can be uneducated, unhealthy, and not wealthy. That's where you can go.
Don't you think, Eric? Don't you find that to be a hasty generalization? So all those people.
No, that's data. That's data. That's data.
That's the data. Where's your data? Okay, Mr. Brady, where did you get that data from? I think that's also, you're being very disrespectful, to be perfectly honest, to saying all people from the South, from your words, are basically not as intelligent as what people from Illinois. Give me a break.
They have the worst educational outcomes. They have the worst educational outcomes of anywhere in the country, in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, our public schools in Chicago are so much better, Eric. They can't even read at a second grade level.
Okay, but you're talking about a couple of schools. I'm talking about the whole damn state.
A couple of schools. Have you seen the rating on public schools in Illinois, especially Chicago proper?
Relative to Mississippi, I'd take Illinois.
And then you have the.
Why don't you go ahead and move to Mississippi then, man? Just go to Mississippi. I promise you. I promise you, you'll find out a lot.
My whole point is take that. I'm talking about comparing numbers, apples to oranges. Okay, I'm sorry, apples to apples. And the fact of the matter is that those states are a much better option financially on every level compared to the state of Illinois.
Okay, if you think so, then go ahead. If you think so, go ahead.
I guess for you, it's okay to pay more in property taxes, right? So we can pay for all these illegal. That's a great idea, Eric.
You pay more taxes where you have more amenities. You can go to Mississippi if you want, and you can be unhealthy.
Why are you talking about the story?
Okay, that dude yells too much, man.
I mean, why are we so angry?
That's what they do.
The tables are in.
But they stay the dumbasses in Illinois. They stay here and complain.
Just angry.
They won't go to Mississippi or Louisiana. Go there. If it's so much better to not have resources and not be taxed,
I want to stay here so I can yell at you on Sunday.
Try going to Texas, where you got to pay a toll every 2 miles because there's no taxes.
Wow. I mean, I could feel the veins popping out of his head and his neck. Just Mitchell, come on now.
And his data was wrong.
It wasn't data, it was opinion.
What's the Wall Street Journal? No,
and it was not. Don't lie, right? Just if you're ashamed of where you're getting your data from, you probably already know it's wrong. Otherwise, you wouldn't lie about where you got it.
That's cognitive dissonance. That's what that is.
Whatever. He's still angry.
He wants to believe that, so he goes looking for data that he thinks proves it. That's what they all do.
Which is fine. Just don't lie about don't lie about your resource. If you're proud of the data, speak the data and where you got it from. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's free.
He needs a gummy though or something.
Go hang out with your girl, Kenethia.
Yeah, right.
Dig up some weeds and smoke some weeds.
Where does she live? I want to go visit her.
She's in the land of the free, Colorado.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's why she's picking weeds and smoking weed.
It's I think we did that last week with somebody, didn't we? We had to deal with somebody who believed crazy.
I mean, we get one a week, I think.
We did last week, didn't we? That was Verlon last week, I think.
Yes, thank you. I blocked those people out. I use my brain cells.
It's insane, man. It's insane. I mean, listen, let's say I agree with you that Illinois is awful. Then move. Leave. Go. You ain't got to stay here. If it's so much better there, get your ass down there.
Makes sense to me.
He said he wanted to go to Arkansas. Who in the hell goes to Arkansas on purpose? Arkansas is the place you end up at.
Oh.
I'm just saying, I'm going to go and make it big in Arkansas.
You know what? You might be able to, though.
Go make it big in Arkansas. I'm going to go down to Mississippi and strike it rich.
Hey, nobody else is doing it.
Come on, man. That ain't going to happen. Them folks down there are being subjugated. That's not what you want to do. And so he goes back and forth between state data and city and county data.
It's not even data, Eric.
It's not. But he's trying to make points and anecdotal evidence, and he moves around, and they all do that.
I know, but my question is, now that they're on the winning side, if that's what we want to call it. What's the losing side? And we're the losing side. But why are you so angry?
He should leave.
His whole issue, he's going to be angry no matter what.
He should just leave. Get out.
He's screaming at the radio now.
I've heard a bunch of them talk about the migration rate out of Illinois. They're saying more people are leaving than coming.
Yeah.
So what?
That's true.
But so what, though? Who cares? So you want to go live in Indiana? You want to live in Indiana on purpose? Indiana? Come on, man.
I'm telling you, no matter where you guys are listening from, I tell you, I believe that Chicago is one of the greatest cities ever. And I've been to my share.
Man, where would you rather live? If money didn't matter so much, where would you rather live? Jackson, Mississippi, or Philadelphia?
Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. How about this? I'm gonna test you a little bit. Watch this. How about New Orleans or New York?
For me, New Orleans.
Okay.
Because I don't like New York.
Okay. Well, then take out New York and put in Washington, D.C.
Well, see, my people are from New Orleans, though.
Yeah, but New Orleans is beat down, man.
But it doesn't always have to be that way.
You want to live in Arkansas. You want to live in Arkansas.
Have at it, babe.
Come on, dude.
Tell him to just go with God.
Arkansas. He said Arkansas. On purpose. Come on, man. You got to be kidding me, man. There's no way in the world. I started to say that you can't pay me no amount of money to live there, and that's not true. I'd be lying to you if that's not true.
You can be bought?
I can be bought. And you lying too if you say you can't be bought. But my number's high, though. My number's high. My number's high enough where I can leave every day.
Well, it depends on what I'm being bought for.
You're getting hoed out.
No.
There's a number that you can get your boy to move to Mississippi or Alabama, or even Arkansas for that matter. Yeah, I'd go. Utah, it's a really high number.
Well,
yeah. Yeah, really high number because of the weather and stuff. But it'd have to be a high number, a number where I could, every weekend, I'm out of there, man. I'm out of there every weekend, man. I wouldn't trade it, man. Your taxes are high where you have amenities.
Yes.
You have high property taxes. You can go down there and pay no property taxes and look at the outcome you get. Oh. Yeah, that's the thing, man.
Kidney bone hurting.
No,
I didn't do it.
I know, that's the thing. That doesn't hurt my kidney bone.
Oh, darn it.
No, it's people who should know otherwise who make my kidney bone. I have flare-ups. I have to go home and get some ointment for that. Get some ointment, some salve for my kidney bone, man. Because it's the people who should know otherwise who cause my kidney bone to inflame.
I don't know otherwise when I inflame the kidney bone.
You do work on kidney bones, man.
Yeah, but I don't do it on purpose. It's my whole point.
None of y'all do. None of y'all do.
Okay.
Just saying.
Hopefully I'm in some good company.
That's good company?
Not him. Hopefully other people that cause your kidney bone to hurt, I'm in good company.
The kidney bone crew.
Yes. We should get a t-shirt. Who else? Who is it?
Oh my God. All right, so listen, just so I'm being diligent here, and so y'all shut up. Tuesday, May 6th is the webinar. Go to the website, tfmradioshow.com. The flash should tell you. There's an events tab too on our webpage for the event as well.
Did you say what time? Is there a time?
It's at 6:30. It's a webinar. You ain't got to go nowhere. And no, I ain't giving no free food either. And no.
So you can if it's a webinar.
Right. So you get to eat. It's going to be chicken?
No, chicken wings.
No, chicken wings. We're not eating chicken wings again until we got Rich with us. If you want to see something funny, y'all should watch Rich eat chicken wings. Watch that. Ask him about it too, by the way. Ask him about his chicken wing eating. He'll tell you. It's a fancy weekday radio host guy.
Yes.
Can't have greasy fingers. Can't have that. Nope. Can't have that fancy weekday host dude. Nope. Can't have that. All right, y'all. That's all the time we have. I want to thank you for yours. I know y'all got plenty you can do on a Sunday, so we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. So next week is Mother's Day. Yeah, let's celebrate that together. Tune into the family meeting every Sunday at 4. I'm your host, Eric Grant. Peace.
You can be my big daddy. You can be my big daddy.
Time I spend quality time. Cute face, haircut, like the Halle design. Keep my dad laced up with fly gear and makeup. But you should see her when she wake up. Never could be break up.
Who does?
Cassandra in our chat room.
Come on, man.
That's what she says. I'm reading it right there. She says, I use a knife and fork too.
Okay. She's going to have to the best of her ability, on that chat, explain to me, why in the hell, how in the hell you get through chicken wings?
Yeah, because they're a finger food.
Yeah. Well, and why would you say that out loud in front of people?
She just said it because I guess she wanted to be in solidarity with Richard.
Why would you say that in front of people, Cassandra? Why would you do that?
She probably left now. You're picking on her. She probably signed off.
Chicken wings with a knife and a fork. Anybody else on the chat eat chicken wings with a knife and a fork?
Nobody admitted.
Raise your hand if you eat chicken wings with a knife and a fork, like Cassandra and Rich. Fried chicken wings. Now I ain't talking about no baked ones or nothing like that, but even the baked
ones. Come on now. Any chicken wing
that's right.
You eat with your fingers.
But it's especially wings. I mean, you
chicken wings, yes.
So like I've put like chicken wings in a slow cooker, right? When they get done, you can flick the meat off of them joints.
Okay.
Right. So it's harder to eat because when you pick it up, it's falling apart.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
So I could see maybe then.
Okay.
Damn. Who does that? On purpose.
Well.
Anybody raise their hand about that?
No, but Michael Powell says, I saw a Chinese exchange student eat a chicken breast with chopsticks and cleaned it to the bones.
Wow.
You know, though, it's an art with those chopsticks that yeah.
I think chopsticks are probably, they easily fit in the category of one of the dumber inventions. When you think?
I don't know how to use them, and
why would you struggle to eat with something like that?
Well,
why would you do that?
I don't know. I can't speak to the history of chopsticks.
I mean, if it's traditional, maybe.
Yes, it's traditional.
I don't know if there's any redeeming qualities. It's not healthier.
But that's from, I think it is.
It's healthier to eat with chopsticks?
Because of the way
you made that
up. You have to chew or something.
So this is how the kidney bone gets out of whack. See how that happens? See how it happens? It's just, it's all over.
Oh, God.
No damn sense, sure.
Okay, I know that there's some benefit to it. Stop looking at me like I am insane. You were looking at me like, I'm worried. Should we call the ambulance?
I'm having a flare up. What's wrong, ma'am? Kidney bone. I do. I think I don't. Maybe there's something to it I don't understand, and I don't claim to understand everything. But why would you eat with two sticks? Why would you do that? Eat with your hands or a fork. Why would you do that? You don't just say I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm trying to make shit up. Maybe this, maybe that. it's probably one of the dumber inventions. I think. Just it's elegant though. When you see people eating with their chopsticks, it's elegant.
Yes. You don't know how to use chopsticks either?
No. But like,
why do I feel like I've seen you and Tiffany use chops?
You couldn't have ever seen that. I wouldn't have never done that. I've never even really tried.
Really, I've tried for years.
I mean, I think all of us at some point, when faced with that, we'll say, screw it, I'm not doing that. Give me a fork.
See, I'm left-handed too, so I understand that that's part of my issue.
Hand makes a difference?
That's what I've been told. I don't know.
By who?
Chinese people.
Left-handed chopstick eating
Chinese people have told me that's why it's harder for me.
So, you can't eat soup, right?
I think that they
drink the soup. I think you slurp. Can you do that?
I think no. They've got those spoons, those special spoons.
So they use spoons. Why not use a spoon for everything?
Why are you asking me? Like I don't
rhetorical.
know.
It's rhetorical.
Oh, I feel pressure.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not. If you catch your boy eating chopsticks, it wasn't your boy.
See, I want to eventually get it one day.
For what?
Just because it's something new to do. Mm-hmm. Just also because it seems so easy, and I don't know why I struggle.
So maybe if that's the case, then maybe you should experiment with eating chicken wings with a knife and a fork.
Why would I do that? It's
for the same reason you try to fuck around with them chopsticks.
I was gonna say you cuss, but you can now. I was like, oh my god, please, but no, we're not there.
For the same reason.
All right, well.
Since you just want to be able to have said you've done it, you should try it.
I want to try. I want to, when I go to an Asian restaurant, be able to eat with chopsticks.
Okay, next time we go to Williams Inn with Rich, let's all eat chicken wings with a knife and fork, so we can say we've done it. We're in a black restaurant with Rich.
What did I say? What did I say?
Not my mother.
What did I say though? How does what I said have anything to do with eating chopsticks with chicken wings at Williams Inn? What did I say?
Because you said you want to be able to do it.
I said I would like to go to an Asian restaurant and be able to use chopsticks.
I want to go to a black restaurant where they're serving chicken wings and eat it with a knife and fork with Rich.
You're just being...
that's the same philosophy, isn't it?
It's not the same philosophy because we don't traditionally use chopsticks.
We don't traditionally eat chicken wings with a knife and fork either.
Okay. So we're talking about two different things. You're talking about Richard and the chicken wings and the knife and fork.
Well,
I'm talking about
feel comfortable.
Yes, we do.
So he ain't the only one on earth, other than Cassandra, eating chicken wings with a knife and a fork. Because those are the only two people on earth.
I'm sure they're not. I'm
just kidding. Hyperbolic.
Yes, you are.
But it's a very small
You
group.
make attempts to try to make my kidney bone hurt, but
women don't have kidney bones. See what you know about anatomy. See there? If you got a kidney bone,
it's a problem.
I'm saying.
We have Houston. We have a problem.
That's a problem, man. Yeah, so I'm going to put that in a list of some of the dumbest inventions.
Okay.
I don't see the point. And so, at the risk of just offending Asian people all over the world, so what?
I think you made it happen. Yep.
I mean, but here's the thing, though. I'm one of those guys who listen. Tell me about it. Anybody can. No, you were wrong. I'm willing to be wrong.
Okay, but Google is our friend.
It is, but I'm not going to waste my time. A lot of other things I could be doing other than Google chopsticks.
Sure.
I'm going to do that. But I'm open.
I might do it for you.
You're $1 for that. So if there's a person out there who understands the merits of eating with chopsticks, how they're a brilliant invention, somehow, some way, I'd love to learn it. I would. I'm being sincere now.
Are you?
I am.
Okay.
I like to learn. Those of us who are intellectually curious, we like to learn, right?
Yes.
I just don't see no goddamn use for anything.
It's a utensil.
I remember when I was young, I had them like this with two fists.
It's a utensil.
It's not. It's a stick. It's for beating people.
You and the violence.
You got to pinch to pick it up. You got to pinch.
Not really. It's the way you put it between your fingers. It doesn't really touch the
You know what I mean?
finger.
If my fingers were the sticks have to pinch food, which means it's a
Oh.
whole genre of food you can't eat. Can't eat no chili, can you? No chopsticks.
They have a spoon.
Why fuck around with the sticks then? You got a split. They ain't got no spoon. Like, I mean, what you think is that, well, these were people who didn't have utensils, so they go out and snatch branches off of trees and eat with them. But that's ignorant. That's not what happened. There's a reason.
Sure, it's not.
There's a reason they have chopsticks. There's an art to it for some reason. Maybe it's
beautiful, actually.
It's actually elegant, right? It's elegant to watch people eat. It looks like it's unnecessarily difficult. Like
It looks like it to us because we don't know how to do it.
Yeah, and you're gonna be hungrier longer than me because it take you longer to eat with them things. I think it would take me all night to try to. That's what I'm
Well, that's because, we haven't mastered the art of eating with chopsticks.
Did Cassandra disappear? Did she go away?
Oh, I had.
Chicken wing with a fork and knife eating ass. She gonna just go away? That's how she gonna do?
Done.
See there? See how they do? They just duck out. Hey, I eat with a knife and a fork and bounce.
Okay, let's see. Jazzy D, where have you been, girl? The concentration required for using chopsticks can promote mindful eating, reducing overeating, potentially lowering the glycemic index of meals.
The fat ass needs to go on a diet. That's what it sounds like. So you have to make it more difficult to eat in order to accomplish your dietary goals.
The concentration required.
So you burn brain cells up trying to eat, and it reduces, or you just get frustrated and don't eat. Ain't y'all got a damn fork around here? Fuck it, I'm not eating. No.
I have more Kleenex left.
Use your sleeve.
No.
It's healthy. Use your sleeve. So let me tell you about this thing here. I'm gonna pull this article up about surgeons bid for medical first, removing spinal tumor.
No.
Someone named Carla Flores had a tumor strangling her spinal cord near the base of her skull. Doctors weighed strangling her spinal cord. Doctors weighed whether they should attempt a risky surgery that had never been done before.
No, they'd never done it before. Did she have to give permission for the experiment?
You know she did.
She was in pain. That's why she said yes.
Johnson.
So wait, so they took her eye out?
Okay, so just before the medical staff wheeled her into the operating room so that surgeons could work inside her head for the third time in less than a month, the 19-year-old, she's a 19-year-old, budding manicurist said goodbye to her mom and dad. She didn't know if she would ever see them again. Her previous surgeries in the same building at the University of Maryland Medical Center had been hard enough. A pair of 14-hour procedures to rid Flores' brain of rare bone tumor the size of a chicken's egg.
This just keeps getting worse.
Doesn't it?
That's how big the tumor was
Size of a chicken's egg.
that they pulled out of her eyeball, her eye
Out of her
socket.
eye socket, right. Isn't that great? It's just great. It's just great. This time the surgeons
Wait,
faced...
an egg is this big, right?
She had to open her eye all the way up.
No, they had to take her eyeball out.
Absolutely. Or shove it to the side.
You. So
There's some words in here I can't read, so I'm not going to try.
that's just, you know,
If the surgical path was not precise to within a few millimeters, Flores could lose all movement below the neck or suffer a fatal brainstem stroke. If the procedure was successful, however, it would open a new avenue for doctors around the world treating difficult to reach tumors by digging around behind your eye. I'll put that in there at the end.
see, this is. Why couldn't they go to the back of her head and peel the skin back and then take it out that way?
So I'd imagine that it was on the front of her spine, probably. This
Okay,
side.
I'm thinking of it back here.
It's probably, you're right. They probably could have just cut back here and opened it
Yeah.
up to it, but it's probably around the front, which means they would have to go through the spine or around. I could see
But
that.
they have to. So the thing that they took it out with, they have to go in with that thing through her eye to pull it out through her eye.
I'm looking for the good part
They're
here.
not pushing it through her eye; they're pulling it through her eye.
Like pinching it, like with chopsticks.
Yes.
Working it out.
No, wait. I was thinking about the game, the claw game, where you get the stuffed animals at the fair.
Yeah.
You know,
Ooh, wow. They
medicine is a miracle.
They got a picture of her here. And so it looks like after the surgery. See how her eyes kind of like cross-eyed almost.
Look at how big her eye. Oh, is it ever going to go back into place?
I don't work there. I don't know these things. Let me hold it up to the camera.
I don't think that's her real eye.
I think it's a glass eye or something.
I think
I gotta
so.
keep reading her. You see her eye there?
I don't think the eye can survive outside of the socket.
You know, I think people have done that before. I know people who've had their eye pop out and they put it back in.
Right, but it's still connected to all of the thingies.
The thingies, right.
Oh, Ed, that's a good question. Why not through her nose? They pull stuff out through the nose. It wasn't big enough, probably, Ed.
They're talking about the tumor now, what type it was.
Say where it's located exactly, in the front or the back.
So it was. They say here that it sounded like it was pressing against her eye. That doesn't make sense. Maybe that was a different tumor. I'm scanning it, so I'm picking up different pieces here. They've never done this before. This is the first time they do it. I'm trying to figure out if they take the eye out. So they already cut her head open. They took out a chunk of her skull, and they pushed the brain aside to reach a tumor underneath the brain. This girl, man, they done scrambled her head.
This is why I was looking at you like that, because I'm thinking they have done damage to her brain. They just won't know it for like months, maybe years. They mushed it all around.
Oh, they got a picture here. Okay. Look at it.
Right there, we can see it. So, oh, that's under her chin.
Yeah,
Where?
it is. That's where his spine is.
Well, I mean, I know, but I was thinking,
They stuck two chopsticks to her eye sockets.
it looks like they're in both eye sockets.
Yeah. They didn't go in through one eye. They went in through both of them.
But they only took one eye out. Okay, we need to see a video on that.
Yeah, so they said the doctors could approach the tumor going through the back of her neck, but that would leave them with an obstructed view of the mass they were trying to remove, which is probably in front of the spine,
See it.
since most of it lay in front of the spinal column. They could enter from the front through her mouth. That'd be great.
Well,
But
that makes more
mouths-
sense, doesn't it?
Well, but mouths teem with germs, so she would be at risk of infection. They could enter through her nostril, but the path to the spine would be limited by sections of the palate and upper jaw. One more option existed.
Or the JJ?
They could proceed through the lower eye socket and opening. Labib is the doctor, had dubbed the third nostril. So all the stuff is connected, right?
So you mean this thing right here, that
No,
empty
I mean, like
bone?
your eyes.
No, but I
everything.
mean the third nostril. What is the third nostril?
He's calling the eye socket the third nostril.
Oh, that's his terminology for the
Yeah.
eye socket.
Yeah.
I wonder.
It says he suggested that the opening as a way to reach tumors below the inner ear in a region called the jugular foramen. Maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong. He based his findings on work in a cadaver. He digging around somebody's dead head.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
Kind of. I mean,
Well, you don't know the damage you do on a cadaver. You know the process and how to get it out, but you don't know what it's doing to the brain.
some of it, you know. I mean, I agree with all of it. Like the brain impact, you would never know.
Mm-mm.
To determine whether the route would work, the doctor described Flores' case to another doctor. Could you go through the eye socket to get to the spine? The procedure would be novel and said it felt awesome to be chosen for it.
Oh.
His excitement was tempered with awareness that on the other end of a human being. Yeah, they went into. I got to keep reading because this is a long article. I'm trying to figure out if they snatched the eye out and moved it aside.
We need to know. Curious minds want to know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that the listeners don't want to hear you read all that.
I think you're speaking for them yourself. I got a couple
Well,
of graphics.
Cassandra said this show has taken a turn.
You mean the chicken wing eater? Cassandra said that? Is that what she said?
You have such a good memory. It's my short-term
Mm-hmm.
memory shot. I would not.
Maybe you need to have somebody do some surgery to your eye socket.
No.
To help you with your memory.
No. Nope, not my eyeball.
Okay, I'm gonna share this on our social media. Y'all can see. So if y'all on Facebook, and Michelle ain't, so she'll never see it ever in life. She'll never see it, but you will. I'm gonna put it on our Facebook page.
And you're putting it on our Facebook page because I can't see it?
No, because I want them to see it.
Yeah, but why don't you put it someplace where I can see it?
Like where?
I don't know.
On a scroll?
You're such an ass.
Since you don't do modern technology.
Yes, I do.
Where should I put it for you?
Send me the link. Text me the link.
You mean text it to you?
Yeah, text me the link when you
You're so
read
damn
it.
country.
I am what? It's
You're so damn
I'm not country.
hell country. Hillbilly-ish. You know what I mean? Hillbilly-ish. Your people from
I feel
Louisiana?
judgment. Yes, my father was born and raised in Louisiana.
Okay. All right. Anything else we got to talk about?
No, I think you filled them up.
Okay.
With the eyeball talk.
Okay. So Cassandra eats chicken wings with a knife and a fork, y'all. Make note of
Jazzy
that.
D is back.
Make note of that. And she's never said why.
Does there have to be a why?
Yeah, because most of the rest of the earth is eating chicken wings with their hands. Cassandra and Rich are over on the kitty table, messing around with it before.
Judgy McJudgerson.
I'm just, you know what? Why are you doing something other than the rest of the world? Sometimes that's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The knife and fork thing does not fit in that category.
It may for them.
It does not. It does not. I don't know how you fix your mother to do that. You know.
I mean, I agree, but it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing.
Okay. Well, that's all the time we have. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.